Hello there.
What's up guys, Unofficial Lego here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we are working on the Lego City. There's been a ton of new additions to the secondary or additional table here to our Lego City here. I've been going crazy with placing minifigures around the city, which I'll show you guys a number of the different kind of minifigures and scenarios and situations that we've placed throughout the city. That's one thing that I really love about placing minifigures in our city, is the idea of storytelling, like these two dudes going off into the grocery store, this guy looking at this car right here. From smaller situations like this to bigger situations and ideas like a whole bank heist going on right here. The downtown is definitely flourishing here in this aspect, or this downside. I can't talk today. This downtown area of the city right here is definitely flourishing with new additions of many more minifigures. The story, much of life just being kind of brought and spawned into here. I say specifically this part of the downtown because over here is kind of like another downtown or city-like area. Over here we go into the suburbs and have a bunch of houses going on, and then from right here I also want to have more houses right here and here especially. Although we aren't focusing on houses for today, today's idea consists of actually having a new building. Right, there's a couple of your standard buildings that you might find in a Lego City, of course. Your police station, very average. A cinema, okay, got something going on right there. That's a bit much more. And then we also have a restaurant right here, the Early Bird, as I like to call it. Pretty much my idea of an IHOP or like a breakfast type of restaurant, Waffle House. We've got an open grocery store from Lego Friends and their line. Honestly, hear me out. They have some great looking sets for Lego builds or Lego City buildings like this because you're able to see the interior in there. I do like that. So yeah, the idea is that there's definitely a couple of buildings, you know, from the downtown aspect of things, but there needs to be even more buildings. Now there's two different builds that I'd like to integrate and bring in here into the downtown space that we have here for this side of our Lego City. Now, number one consists of just an average run-of-the-mill kind of skyscraper build or business-like building going on, and I want to put that right here actually. So this whole chase scene is probably going to be confined down or moved somewhere else. I'd actually want to put eventually two skyscraper-like buildings, one here and one right here. Might be wondering, what are you thinking about, or what's your idea of a skyscraper necessarily? It's just about as tall as what our police station is. It's pretty much a copy and paste of this yellow, blue, and orange building right here. They aren't really by many means skyscrapers, like they could be way taller, and I eventually would like to make them way taller. But into that idea is that they're really much just like this size, like business buildings or apartment buildings pretty much. That would be for right here. And what do I have? I have a bunch of yellow bricks right here and here. So that's the first building that I want to go ahead and get started on and kind of play around with that idea, see how that can kind of fit into this middle section right here. Very similar, as I had mentioned, to essentially with what this conglomerate of buildings are right here on this side of things. Like there's still a street going on right here, and then even on this side there's still a street, like it circles right around. I'd like that same idea to be brought over to here as well. So aside from a Lego skyscraper type of esque building, if you will, the other build idea that I have to not necessarily get done, I don't want to get neither of those done necessarily in today's vlog video, but definitely want to get those started, would have to be our Lego Zoo. So I actually have had a Lego build or a Lego Zoo build for quite some time, although it's been in a box right here actually. And I think the biggest thing with why I took it down, I needed the base plates for something else, or I wanted to just have base plates. For one, it's a big zoo. It took up two base plates actually, so 1 and 2, and so it's pretty big. Very spacious. And the other big thing is that it used many of these kind of parts right here. These parts aren't official Lego, these are Mega Blocks. So I wanted to steer away from that because this was actually a majority of the walling that I was using for that Lego Zoo idea. I don't think I have enough parts or pieces right now to replace this entirely. I definitely do have a good amount though of bricks to replace much of these kind of parts right here for our Lego Zoo. So idea is that I would still have to use a couple of these to rebuild our Lego Zoo. The other idea is for our Lego Zoo rebuild is that I would need base plates. Don't mind the creepy doll right here. It lived actually on its own 2 base plates though, so all the base plates a part of our Lego city right now are very much down pat, and like those are like the base plates. Like these are like the plates underneath it's the table, and I don't really want to move those, and the problem with that is that I don't have any extra ones. That's a bit of a lie. I do have a couple of blue ones right here, but those are more very ocean-like plates, as you might imagine, which I think I have enough of going on right here, and then also up here. I think that we have enough water kind of plates, and I'd like to move on with having more land. One last thought before I go ahead and get started on seeing what I can cook up here to new additions for our Lego city is that the rebuild of our Lego zoo, for one, as I had mentioned, both of these buildings are not going to be full on complete by the end of today's vlog video. That's for certain, so all the more reason to go ahead and grab that subscribe button for that part 2. And for the other, more specified towards our Lego zoo, is that it is not going to take up a full 2 base plates either, hopefully, maybe, no promises, but the idea would be to condense it down a little bit more into just 1 base plate if I can. And if it wasn't clear, this is the area that I'm looking at kind of constructing right here. I just have a little construction scene going on right here. I feel like I have a bit of that going on already. I have another construction scene going on right here in this part of the Lego city. So maybe moving this somewhere else and then getting the zoo started up right here. So as I had mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this, and I'll update you guys with what I'm able to get going. Okay, so I've been working at this for a couple of minutes, I don't know, maybe like half an hour, 45 minutes, and here's our new skyscraper building so far. Very plain, very simple, and yes, I'm going to add way more detail to it as we go and as I can using available pieces. Like taking straight inspiration from my previous builds like this right here, random little textures like this, having overgrown grass, or a plate right here, or having this little weird window thing kind of going on right there as well. Things like that are things that I really want to get down on for this building here as well. So far we have the windows going all the way around. I want to do 3 levels of windows, so 1 more level, which I definitely think is doable. And from there, I'm going to kind of go in there and pick around at different various pieces, and to really get a more of a look, more of a character almost going on to it, if you will. Now I want to switch my focus from working on this. I'll come back to it maybe tomorrow or something like that. As I had mentioned, grab that subscribe button, so stay tuned for that. Let's take a look at what we got going on for our zoo rebuild, because it is something I would like to eventually rebuild. If it stays in the final version of this part of the city is a question that remains. There really isn't any type of final version of the city. I'm always trying to alternate it, change out buildings, change out minifigure scenes, and everything of that nature. I think I'm thinking more of like, I eventually want to build some type of hospital actually right here instead, next to the fire station, but it very well could eventually like still stay here. I think is something that it has the potential to do. So I got some great finds in here so far. It kind of brings back those memories. I had a really dope tree build I had in here for like my monkey exhibit. That's something I definitely am looking forward to trying to rebuild, and is also like a huge reason for why I want to rebuild the zoo is honestly, well, I love animals and I love the zoo, but I really love the way that that tree looked in that zoo, and I'd like to keep it specifically for the zoo. Now, if that isn't the case, I still want to use this tree and rebuild it and put it somewhere by the Winnie the Pooh tree set right here as well, and kind of build up a little bit of a forest around it with a couple other trees and stuff like that. I think would look really cool. And I also went ahead and I took all these parts out of this little box right here. They're not like unusable, it's just I don't want to use them. I think I will end up, you know, using them though, at least for the time being, right now anyway. I definitely want to cycle them out though and like build actual brick built like little coves, I guess is what we call them, for our zoo. I also feel like I'm kind of sitting here and thinking there isn't any, I don't want to like make it too small. Like I don't want to like not go all out with it. I might as well try to make it 2 base plates if I can make it 2 base plates. So we'll give that a go there as well. Now the question is, okay, where are we going to find those base plates? The only ones I have are those ones over here, those blue ones. It's a given. Those are not the only ones I have. I got all these ones right here. So maybe replating around some of the stuff with the city, I'd be able to draw out like, okay, here's an idea. I don't really necessarily like it. Okay, but I got some of these base plates on this side of the city, like the upper side of the city right here. I'm thinking, could I like take this base plate right here and then the one next to it and switch those out with those blue water base plates instead and kind of build those around and kind of carve out like with little plate pieces and such, so it doesn't look like the water starts right here necessarily. I honestly think that might be the idea, and I think that was honestly what I did originally. Like I think, and you'll see all these base plates are right here as well. They aren't really being used, and I'd like to use them in some way. It's a bit difficult to use them though, so if I'm able to push some of the buildings back as well, is something I definitely would want to do there as well. Although I feel like that's a project for another time. Let's go ahead and see about taking these base plates out and replacing them with the blue ones, and I'll update you guys. Okay, I haven't even started and I'm already liking the way this is turning out. So I got these two green base plates right here, and then I've got two blue ones right here to kind of replace it for the time being. But yeah, definitely I'm going to end up ordering some more of these. Well, they are knockoff base plates. As you see, there's no Lego logo on there. That's besides the point. That's a whole nother project, like a more of a long-term project, is to cycle out all these base plates with actual Lego base plates in the future. For the time being, these cheap knockoff ones honestly work really great, and they're a great deal. 15 bucks for like 12 of them. Honestly filled up like my entire city with all these. So I guess now my goal is to kind of just get this layout kind of started here, and I'll update you guys with what I get going. Real quick, digging through this box, and I found some of these brick-built little animals. Got a giraffe right here I absolutely love. This elephant, I really love the way these guys are so funny looking. And yeah. Okay, I really love what I just found. Our Lego Zoo sign. Oh my gosh, this is so OG, it feels like. I don't really remember if I ever made any Lego Zoo videos here on the channel before. I'm pretty sure that I have, but like, yeah, this is so cool. I love finding this. Brings back a lot of memories, and I'm really happy to get this project back up and going and work on this a little bit. Okay, so I've got like the main entrance kind of made up here for the time being. I don't really know. Yeah, it's here, it's there. Definitely is going to be a bit of a work in progress, and trying to like remember how I kind of had this laid out to begin with as well. Something I'm trying to integrate here a little bit more as well. Like I don't remember really how I had these right here all lined up necessarily, because there's like a little dinosaur statue right there, and then there's like not one over here. So I don't know if I just had it that way very weirdly or what's going on with it. And as you can also see, I got more pieces in here to kind of sort through, go through, and add on to here as well. It's also kind of like hitting me now like a train. Like, okay, the zoo is 2 base plates. It's honestly really big. It could theoretically fit here and here, but actually making that space up and clearing it up, I think, is going to be a whole nother task, because all of a sudden I've got to reorganize like half of the city right here. I don't know. I think it should work. I'm excited for it. I'm going to continue to work on it, and in between videos, keep you guys updated with what we got going on. Got a lot of progress with this new building right here. I'm very excited for that, and to see how that's going to fully form out. I might actually finish it between videos, because it's such a straightforward build, it almost even feels like. But I'll definitely show you guys in the next vlog video. It's all the more reason to grab the subscribe button if you haven't already. Not just that, I'm going to kind of work in progress around with the zoo a little bit in between videos here as well. All the more reason to grab that subscribe button if you haven't already for our next vlog video, as we're also discussing and covering all types of Lego related news, leaks, rumors, theories, not theories, everything Lego though, here on the channel. So if you guys like anything Lego, go ahead and grab the subscribe button today. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I don't normally show my face here on the channel, but this is what my face looks like. I need a haircut. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one, guys. Peace out.